Okay, so all three of us are doing
That's at 7.
All right, Chris.
separating track. Yeah, we can do that.
And the video is running.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, 7 p.m. Okay.
I usually know it and recognize it, but I don't always. Yeah, I throw out my ADHD kids too on it.
I put Baxter in this one.
That is on the outside, isn't it?
I understand your reason you guys were
A little better.
Alright, welcome aboard Wilderness Express. We have no technical issues ever on this trip. I'm Brandy, I'm your host guys, but I want to introduce my crew. Trust me when I say I've got an awesome crew for you today. Downstairs in the kitchen making some delicious breakfast. We have Naomi, we have Chris, and we have Bowie. And helping you guys in the dining room, we have Lyra and Holly. And to round out this crew, your new best friend, Cole, our bartender. Yeah, Bowie's got to go downstairs now. I get to tell you guys how to stay safe on our train. We will be rocking and rolling, so keep 3 points of contact at all times. 2 hands, 1 foot, 2 feet, 1 hand. Please do not use your face. Another good contact point. Don't ask me how I know that. You might have noticed that step from the aisle to your seats that will be there all day. It's 4 inches of terror. Trust me. Up here at the end of the carpet, the silver strip, that is the do not cross line. Cole plays hockey, so he might throw a good shoulder check and check you down that stairs if you do. So give him plenty of room to make those cocktails for you. This front staircase is for my crew only. It just leads to the dish pit of despair. Again, somewhere you don't want to go. Trust me. There's no smoking on my train car. I've got 4 fire extinguishers on board. 2 upstairs, 2 downstairs. They're super handy to get to. In the unlikely event of emergency, you would have 4 escape windows up here in the dome. Same down in the dining room. All you would have to do is grab a red handle, pull really hard, remove that rubber stripping, and push on another corner. That glass will fall away, then you have a short 16-foot hop to the ground. Just look out for bears, and moose, and water, and rocks. It'll be alright. You guys are welcome to use the stairs at the rear of the train car that you use to come up to our dome. When you go down those stairs, across from the bottom, directly across, there's 2 doors. Both of those doors are restrooms. One swings open, one slides. And when you go in there, there's a super nifty feature. It's called a lock. That's all you use, a lock. Because sometimes those doors like to do like a little show and tell on you, and I have seen things that you do not want to see on a train. Okay? No. Keep the bears outside, not inside. All right? You're welcome to go out on that outdoor platform that you use to board the train. It's all locked up and safe for you guys. You can get some amazing pictures off the rear of the train. And now I'm going to turn it over to Holly. She's going to tell you a little bit about breakfast.
Alright folks, can you hear me all the way in the back there? Awesome. As mentioned, my name is Holly. I'll be one of your servers downstairs. Super excited to meet y'all. But just a quick few things. If you guys could look to the window closest to you and then down a few inches, you're going to find a gold plaque there with a letter and a number on it. That will be your seat number for the rest of this leg. Super important that you remember that. Either write it down, take a picture, stand your neighbor's forehead with it or something. But it's going to be our first question that we ask you if you guys are interested in coming downstairs for breakfast this morning. If you forget that, I'll get you. I'll get you. Please don't remember it. Or please don't forget it. note, we attach your open tab for the rest of this leg. So any drinks upstairs in the bar, any food from downstairs, and if you guys are interested in any gift shop items, all of that will go onto your tab. And then we're going to close everyone out at the very end, so you don't have to worry about taking any kind of payments downstairs. On that note, we are a cashless train, so we accept major forms of debit and credit cards today. Yeah, downstairs we see 36 in our full dining room. There are a few more with you than 36. So if you guys would help us out a whole ton, if you're once you're done with your meal, you take your coffee, your conversations back up to the dome. Really helps us out, and everybody's sat in bed in a timely manner. You're also close to the bar. That's great. But yeah, we also see core to a table. So if you guys are in a party less than that, you might be making some new friends today. Just please be aware. Yeah, Brady will be the ones to seat you. Please don't seat yourselves. She's a wizard at playing Tetris with y'all. Yeah, so she'll be seeing you guys real shortly here. But downstairs we've got some great things to set up for you. Our illustrious chefs are cooking down there. Downstairs, my favorite thing for breakfast is our blueberry pancakes. First, blueberries comes with your choice of either bacon or reindeer sausage on the side, if you're feeling adventurous today. We also have our finale scramble. It is 3 egg scrambled with Colby Jack cheese that reindeer and fried bacon scrambled inside that. It comes with a buttermilk biscuit and breakfast potatoes on the side. Super delicious. We've got plenty of other things downstairs cooking for you. If you have any dietary needs or anything, just let us know. We'll do our best to accommodate you. Yeah, we hope to see you downstairs. I'm going to turn things over to Cole and he's going to go up the bar. Thanks so much.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Cole, and I'll be your new best friend today. And really excited to start slinging Bloody Marys for you guys, but there's a couple things we need to go over first. First one being that I will guarantee that I can get to every one of you multiple times on this trip, but I do ask for just a little bit of patience because there's a lot more of you than there are me. Also, this aisle right down the middle, if you could keep that as clear as possible throughout the trip, that would help me tremendously because I'm going to be running laps all day with trays full of glass and hot drinks, and we just want everyone to stay safe and clean. So yeah, that's about it for my safety. We can get to what's really important now. Located in the seat pocket in front of you, you'll find a nice little brown drink menu. And that lists all of our available cocktails, spirits, espresso drinks, our incredible selection of Alaskan beers. And two of these spirits that I really want to highlight is first our Denali Stewart's vodka. This is distilled locally in Talkeetna, Alaska, where we're headed right now. It's a very, very delicious vodka. It goes great in a Bloody Mary, but if you're thinking something more on the tropical side, our fireweed is an excellent selection. Also, we have our Juniper Gin, and this is the best gin in the world. It's from the Imaga Distillery in Juneau, Alaska. It's infused with spruce tips, devil's club, juniper, coriander, amongst a variety of other Alaskan botanicals. It's really crisp and refreshing, and I highly recommend our gin and tonic. Yeah, that's about it for me. In just a second here, I'm going to start taking drink orders from the front and working my way towards the back, whereas Brandy's going to be seating everyone for breakfast in the back, making her way towards the front, and we'll meet in the middle. So, yeah, really excited to get going here. I'm going to pass back to Brandy.
Alright, thanks, Cole. Thank you. So guys, I'm going to give you your vacation pop quiz now. I'm going to start from the back of the train car, working my way forward for seating. Then I'm going to combine and ask you some questions. My first question is my trick question now. I'm going to ask you how many in your party. But if you're a couple and you want to have breakfast with another specific couple, tell me you're a party for. Otherwise, I'll mix you up and give you some new friends. Anybody want new friends in Alaska? Sure. Oh, hell yeah. Cool. Awesome. Then my second question is, if you do in fact want to have breakfast with us, so just let me know and I can put you in the lineup and bring you downstairs. Then my third question is going to be if you'd like to purchase our ride guide. It's a small booklet, about 55 pages. It talks about the history of the Alaska Railroad and points of interest all the way from Seward up to Fairbanks. So maybe different sections that you don't actually see. So all that's going to be in there. That is an additional purchase of $7, so let me know if you'd like that. And now I'm going to disappear over here, appear at the back of the train car, and we're going to get started on service.
Started on service. She's going to start feeding us.
started using hot sauce lately. Mm-hmm. And there's quite a variety of sauces now.
Yeah. I put it on chicken a lot.
There you go.
I take the hot sauce and I soak it. Barbecue sauce, well, the wing sauce,
Mm-hmm.
and then I add a lot of hot sauce to that. I marinate it, then bake it. Comes really good.
Commercial farming is very difficult.
Yeah.
In our short summers, but our long daylight hours, it goes with amazing size produce. We were good for the picture of a pumpkin that's probably 2,000 pounds. And ahead of
I don't think it's going to come out because it's pretty far away. Let me try to see if I can find it loose.
What do you have for Royal Caribean?
was overdue. So it was the middle of a blizzard, so she took her dog sled team, went out looking for him. She found him. He had kind of gotten lost and was basically going to freeze to death, so she put him on her sled, brought him back to the roadhouse, gave him some hot food, put him by the fire. Then she took her team back out, got the mail. Not only did she bring it back, but she went ahead and delivered it for him. So they gave her a big hearty thank you, wrote her a sweet little poem, and gave her a gold nugget necklace that she wore until she passed away. But everybody wanted to come to Nellie's place. But eventually, though, they actually completed building this section. So Alaska Nellie retired down to the Kenai Peninsula, her favorite area. And they were building this luxurious hotel. And when I say luxurious hotel in the 1920s in remote Alaska, I mean hot and cold running water in the hotel, electricity. You could get an attached bathroom to your hotel room. They had a 3-hole golf course, a swimming pool, a suspension bridge across the Susitna River, and a 5-mile trail that went up to the ridge so you could do a good viewpoint at a glass lookout house and see good views of Denali that they did call McKinley back in the day. So not too rough of a life out here in remote Alaska. But Dead Horse Hill, not quite the marketing panache you're looking for a luxurious hotel. So they decided to rename the area Curry. They named it after a U.S. Senator 1,500 people year round. This hotel was so large that they actually did all the laundry for the Alaska Railroad. That means all their linens and the dining rooms and everything that they used along the whole train route. And they also did the linens for the Anchorage hospital. Of course, they would just pop that on the train and take it down there. So it was kind of built-in clientele. So the Alaska Railroad made a little money off of that, taking the linens all the way down to the hospital. Sadly, though, in 1956, a fire broke out at the rear of that hotel. And it was early in the spring, so the river was still completely frozen over. And we're talking like several feet thick of ice. So they didn't have easy access to large quantities of water to get really good water pressure. And that was also happened to be the day that they did their monthly trip into town on that Flagstop train. So a lot of the men had left. They only had a handful there to even try to battle that fire. So sadly, within a few minutes, the whole hotel was in flames and burned to the ground. But these days, you can still take that Flagstop train out here and hop off, do some camping in the Curry area, look around in the forest and see if you can see any signs of it. We do have a few old train cars that are going to be along the tracks on the left-hand side when we get to Curry. We do have the old depot sign, but that's pretty much about all you're going to find left of Curry. We're going to be there in just a few minutes. The Alaska Railroad does have a gravel pit, and they get some large rocks whenever they need to kind of shore up the line right there from a little bit of erosion with the river. So you'll have the gravel pit and the rail spur on the right, and you'll have Curry on the left. But that's going to be coming up in just a few minutes. Just to let you know a little bit more about Alaska Nellie, that she really does live up to her reputation. One time she had a little pet black bear cub, but a grizzly bear came up to her home and actually killed that little cub. So she got her rifle, got her boat, and she actually went out downriver to find that bear. Wouldn't you know it, she did. She said it was one of her best trophies and she loved that bearskin rug. Another story about her is nobody dared steal anything from Nellie. I think all the men out here were just a little bit afraid of her, so a lot of respect, a little bit of fear mixed in there. One time they had a shipment of $750,000 in gold bullion come through her roadhouse, and the couriers had to stay there overnight. They asked her where should they put it, where's the safe? She said put it underneath the kitchen table. And they kind of looked at her and then they did it, and sure enough, every bit of that gold was there in the morning when they picked it up and got back on the train. Got to make them a little bit scaredy, I guess. But nobody ever messed with Nellie, that's for sure. We had a fairly significant landslide earlier this season. It's slightly rerouted Hurricane 3. Spring was very slow to come up here to Hurricane Gulch this year. The trees didn't fully turn green until early to mid-June. If you're worried about it slowing down as we cross over that old bridge, I'm sure it's perfectly normal. But whatever you do not jump everyone at the same time when we're in the middle of that bridge. That is not part of the stress test.
It's usually a nice.
a good beer. That was a good one. You mean to me? That's good stuff.
Nothing yet.
Whatever happened, it was your. Whatever happened, it's your fault. I said, you know.
Well, of course, that's all the more reason it's your fault.
Whoa!
Oh yeah, we're supposed to laugh at Shelley Falls, right?
When they give inspections to the bridge, they hang a little bosun chair over the side of the bridge. And that's another job I would never have.
Hey, Joe.
What?
To give you a little bit of perspective, once we cross over this bridge, if Lady Liberty was standing with her toes in the water of Hurricane Creek, we would be equal with her torch as we cross over the middle.
All right. Sorry.
Whoa, I see. Holy Toledo.
If you're on that back platform, look down.
Wow, it's right. I would walk on that. Landslide.
On the left-hand side, that is the Chulitna River over there, another glacially fed river. And you can see where the clear water of Hurricane Creek meets up with that silty glacial fed river. And on the right, you can see where that landslide was. And we have an eagle on the right-hand side of the train that's soaring above the gulf. He's just making a slow circle.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, there he is.
Apparently that eagle did check his email I sent him.
Yeah, really.
I do my best. They don't always check their email. Hey, congratulations everybody. We passed today's stress test. Live to roll another day. It's not a great score on that stress test. It's more of a pass-fall situation.
Someone's supposed to at some point have to do.
Snickers?
to get your attention. And in a minute you will be asking me, Brandy, am I going crazy? Or have the rivers changed direction?
Yeah.
I can tell you I'm not qualified to decide if you're going crazy or not. But yes, the rivers do change direction here in Alaska. larger to take up the shock and make a softer landing on a very rough, grassy landing strip in remote Alaska where you always have paved runway.
So what'd you do differently?
It's just real slow to all of a sudden going.
This is kind of
It's a tiny little community down here, so
But it'll go backwards. But it'll go the other way just as fast.
Yeah.
Or faster.
Well, glad we could help you. Thank you.
Good. We are now passing through Cantwell. It is now time for last call for any last minute beverages or gift shop items. So now's a good time to look over that retail menu or the cocktail menu if there's anything, any last minute drinks you'd like. Because right after I make this pass through, I'm going to start printing out your tab. So once again, this is last call for any beverages or retail items. Thank you so much.
We almost picked you up to the desk and she goes, "Do you want patches or stickers?" I said, "Stickers." She was like, "Those are the patches." But they were thin. Well, I'm not like
So that's it.
Or Diet Coke.
For sure. Okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
on the right hand side of the train, if you look up on that ridge line, you can see that white billboard looking thing. That's our fly-in movie theater here in Alaska. Nobody believes me. That's actually a radio billboard where they bounce radio signals around Denali National Park up to Healy.
That makes much more sense.
Tiger stripes.
Yeah, that's a,
Hey, an upside down ulu knife. Get out of the way, trees.
it over and make sure everything's correct. Make sure nothing got on there by mistake. And then I'm going to come through a second time with my iPad and make any necessary corrections. And then our servers, Lyra and Holly, are going to come through with our payment devices, and then we'll take payment. So for right now, I'm going to hand you your tab, and all I need you to do is just look it over and make sure everything's correct.
shower that just hits the pants.
Sorry, you missed that.
Sorry. Don't water your horse there, okay? Last night.
Your plane's going to be overweight after KC.
Okay, you guys don't know the Ozarks? There's a spot close to
There's somebody out there.
on the
Camper.
what do you see?
Little tiny waterfall. Yes. Above
Yeah. That pool's right out there. Right here. Right up the draw. Sort of, like sometimes.
Maybe. Oh, Lordy, we've lost. I would say, yeah. There comes a big one. We have a
Water, water, water. Bones. Bones.
Dead tree.
Oh, duck or something. There.
Was it just a bill?
I've seen a lot of those.
Yeah. Good thing we stopped the drinks.
Oh, it's without. It's without right now. I know this breeze.